Sean Combs, long known by rap aliases as Diddy and Puffy, is facing an avalanche of lawsuits and legal trouble. The list of lawsuits against Combs has only gotten longer as the deadline for the Gender-Motivated Violence Act approaches on March 1st. A $60 million lawsuit filed Friday by Sarah Rivers, a former member of the band, signed to Combs' Bad Boy Records between 2002 to 2004, accuses the music mogul of verbal abuse and sexual harassment. It also lists Universal Music, MTV, and numerous Bad Boy executives as defendants. Rivers, formerly known as Sarah Stokes, claims that during the filming of Combs' 2002 competition series, Making the Band 2, Combs poked at her eating disorder and hurled many inhumane comments at her. Amongst other claims, representatives for Universal Music, the parent company of Bad Boy Records between 2003 and 2005, did not immediately return Variety's request for comment. The lawsuit, helmed by Rivers' attorney Ariel E. Mitchell, cites an episode of the series in which Combs made Rivers and the rest of her bandmates walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn and back to bring him a cheesecake. She also recalls a non-consensual encounter in which she claims Combs approached her and pressured her into a corner where he touched her breasts. Rivers recently appeared on Peacock's 90-minute documentary, Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, which has since become the center of a lawsuit filed by Combs against NBC Universal, Peacock TV, and Ample Entertainment for falsely, recklessly, and maliciously accusing Combs of serial murder and sex trafficking, among other claims that I end the documentary. Rivers describes Combs' behavior at the time of the Making the Band series as explosive. When he got angry with one of my band members, he said, "You make me so mad, I want to eat your flesh." And then he said to another one of my band members, he said, "You're rolling your eyes, I could go get a crackhead and pay them $20 to smack the shit out of you."
Who says that?
That's crazy. In the lawsuit filed Friday, Rivers also accuses Combs of foiling her career in the music industry. She claims she was never paid for her time on the show and was only paid $5,000 in cash for tour performances. Combs' mother, Janice Combs, is also accused by Rivers of allegedly coordinating with her son to get her to sign a publishing agreement with a company owned by Janice Combs. Rivers claims she received a one-time payment of $25,000 in exchange for signing. Rivers says Combs interfered with the record label that offered to sign her, long after Combs made the decision to terminate the band. She claims one of those deals was presented to her by Capitol Records. An attorney for Combs said in a statement, "This is yet another example of false claims being filed against Mr. Combs. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason." With the deadline for New York's Gender-Motivated Violence Act expiring tomorrow, it's clear that opportunists are rushing to file last-minute, meritless claims. Mr. Combs remains confident he'll prevail in court. Below is an overview of the accusations that have been leveled against Combs, as well as the answers to frequently asked questions about his cases. Why is Combs in jail? Combs is currently incarcerated at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. He was arrested on September 16, 2024 in Manhattan by Homeland Security on charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. He pleaded not guilty to a grand jury indictment. He was denied bail by two separate judges and is set to remain behind bars until his May 5, 2025 trial. Combs could face life in prison if found guilty of the racketeering charge. Evidence of the charges was sought on March 25, when the Department of Homeland Security raided the rapper's homes in Miami, New York, and Los Angeles. Electronics, including computers, were seized due to containing potential evidence. What are freak-offs? The federal criminal indictment describes Diddy's wild sex parties filled with illegal activity, known as freak-offs, in great detail. They would frequently involve group sex, exhibitionism, sex workers, copious amounts of drugs and baby oil, and could be filmed and last for days.